Hello, beautiful world, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are finishing off the First Law Trilogy. As you can see, I got my book number 30 and it is done, so we're going to talk about it today. So, book number 1, done. Book number 2, done. Book number 3, done. So let's talk. All right, first of all, before I jumped into this, I want to tell you guys that in my reviews, book number 1 and book number 2, I gave you a vague, very vague idea of what's happening. There are tons of storylines, there are tons of characters I on purpose did not talk about. I don't want to spoil it to you. There's just so many. I'm just giving you a very, very broad overview of what's happening, but there's so much more. Believe me, you guys, I just picked the basic, most standout characters. There's so much in here, so much more. So just a heads up, okay? So here we are in the third book, and let's go and talk about it. I'm gonna give you again the basics of it. I basically took sticky notes, wrote all the characters' names on here, and very quickly I'll tell you what it's about, and that'll be that. All right, so first character, Giselle. Oh, Giselle. Well, in the third book, Giselle gets a promotion thanks to Baez, and I gotta say, this was I didn't think of. I mean, is it predictable? Maybe, but the way the way it was played with Baez, I'm very, very impressed. What happened here? You guys just that was good. It was very well done. Also, Giselle gets a wife. I'm not kidding. He gets a wife, and man, this lady, just read it. It's a lot of fun. And then Giselle reveals his problems to Glokta. Glokta sort of tries to smooth things over and talks to this wife, and well, the wife becomes very much more enlightened to the way things are done, I guess. Okay, moving on. Pharaoh. Okay, I didn't talk a lot about Pharaoh because in book 1 and book 2 she is there, but her character sort of grows gradually. Nothing exceptionally grand happens or whatnot. Book number 3, that completely changes, you guys. In this book, Pharaoh, like, I almost want to say that Pharaoh is the star of this book. Because the excitement she brought there, it was just I had an amazing experience with her, especially with her climbing up in the air and the things that happened. Beyond phenomenal. I was very much on the fence about her, but fabulous lady, fabulous character. In the end, Pharaoh sort of, she goes about doing what Pharaoh does best, and she just sort of continues her life journey, I guess. Please do remember, this is called Grim Dark. These characters are not really good, as I previously stated, and there is truly no happy endings here. So you'd expect something, but don't expect anything, because you don't know what's going to happen. Believe me, there are so many twists, so many turns, so many things that you have no idea what's coming, okay? Logan, what can I say about Logan other than he basically exists to fight? Logan has a lot of things that happen to him, some very exciting, interesting twists and turns. The fight scene with him, whoa. I don't like the one with the big dude, and then what happens with the son of a character, and just there's so much. Anyway, so in the end, I feel like we come full circle with Logan, and basically I feel like he's the only character where it feels like when we first met him, the way that he finished at the end of the third book is, I feel like, almost how we met him on the first journey in book number 1. So that's that. Just to let you guys know, both Pharaoh and Logan, I wasn't too keen on the ending of them, and I've actually finished this book a few days ago, and I've been thinking and thinking and thinking about how I feel. And at first I was just like, no, I expected from these characters something different, but as I thought about it, you really have to think about what this world is about, what these characters are, and it's a fitting ending. I actually think so, after a while of thinking about it. West. Um, West. What do I say about West? Not all things have a happy ending. West ends up being somebody you trust, or at least I would. If I had a war or a battle, I believe that lots of people would follow him. He's really trustworthy, he's smart, he knows what he's doing, he knows how to take commands, all of that stuff. He did something in book number 1 that was not very good. When we come towards book, like all the way to book number 3, he has that, like, he's redeemed himself, and you know, he's forgiven, and just, yeah, all I have to say is, again, not everything has a happy ending. So that's that. Okay, RD. Now RD and West are brother and sister. You find that out in the first book, but again, I just gave you a very broad scope of what's happening there, so I didn't really get into her. I didn't understand why she was in these books. She didn't really do anything for me. She was just there. Things were happening all around her. All kinds of characters were doing this and that, and all these exciting things happened. She was there. And then the purpose of her being there, I think, came at the end, or towards the end of book number 3. But again, do I think it was necessary for her to be in this book? I don't know. I don't know. But out of everything going on, and all the people's lives that are up in uproar, this and that, she's actually one of the nicest endings, I would say. If you would call it a nice ending, I don't know, you guys. But it's the closest to a happy ending out of anyone, I guess, in here. Okay. And then who else is left? Okay. Glokta. Glokta in here gets into a whole lot of trouble, you guys. He ends up having way too many bosses. One boss says, do this. He goes to do it, but the next boss is like, what do you think you're doing? Don't do that. His life is always in the line. That's just who he is. That's how it works. There are some interesting people who try to attack him. You know, a lot happens with him. In the ending, on a personal note, I think Glokta personally has a happy ending, I think. If you can call it a happy ending. It's a rough life. It really is a rough, tough life. But I mean, for him, I think it's okay in a happier way, I guess. But work-wise, oh man. What can I say? A job is a job, and sometimes the boss that you get, you never saw coming, and that's the boss that you get. Yeah, that's how that goes. And then another one, okay. Last but not least, guys. Okay. So, the first book that I read, The Blade itself, I was talking about how my most favorite character is Baez. Love this character, wonderful character, blah, 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 blah. Love his sense of humor, this, that, and the other. Then I read the second book. Okay. Then I read the third book. No one told me about Baez, okay? I wasn't expecting that. But again, you know, you gotta have a good time with the characters, and they gotta grow, and the story has to go on. So Baez turned out to be quite interesting. Is he my favorite character at the end? No. There's so much to talk about with him. But so Baez, there is a reason he is the first of the Magi. He just is. So all I gotta say about that, there is so much backstory to him. There is things that he's done, things that have happened. Um, just he is who he is for a reason. He's had, oh my god, amazing experiences. He's done good things. He's done bad things. There's so much. Okay. So that's it. I'm not gonna say any more than that. There is a backstory to this where you get to learn about Baez and his um, master, who also had brothers, and you find out about things that happened with them. There's guys, there's so much. This video is long as it is, so I'm not gonna get into it all. Just gave you the basic overview. It's fabulous. It's great. Is it worth it? 100% it is. Again, there's so many characters. So okay, we got Baez, Giselle, Logan, Pharaoh, Quai, Longfoot. You have Glokta, then you have his superiors, Frost, Severed, Vitari. Oh my god, Glokta's superiors. I didn't even or practicals. Sorry, Glokta's practicals. I didn't even get into that. Read it, you guys. Whew, read all that. There's RD, there's the king guy Bethod up there of the north coming down. There's his two sons. There's West. There's the Northmen, Dull and Three Trees and Dogmen and Grim and oh my god, it just goes on and on and on. Anyways, it is a fun read. It is a fabulous read. This is way too long, so I'm gonna cut it off here. Go get them. Number 1, number 2, number 3. It is fantastic. My personal recommendation, 100%. If by any chance you are put off by grim dark, you guys, as I was, because when someone said grim dark, I thought, oh my god, there are going to be some really horrendous things in here. They're not. Don't be put off by it. There is uh, sort of dark things happen in people's lives. These people, again, are not good people. They're they've done bad things in their lives, so on and so forth. But if you think like horrendous things and really just grotesque things, all that, none of that is in here, you guys. So please don't be put off by the title Grim Dark. It is a fabulous read. Truly recommend it. And I have never ever read Joe Abercrombie before, but after these 3 books, I look forward to jumping into the next one, because the way this ends, you guys, did it end? I don't know. I'm gonna continue reading his other series and his other books. I have a feeling that we're gonna see characters maybe from here in other books. Just a hunch, because things are sort of left a little bit open. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you will, please. Did it end? Did it not end? Is there more? I don't know. I don't know. But it is, from everything and anything that I've seen online, it is a trilogy, book 1, 2, and 3. That's it. That's all to it. So go out, read it, and let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Happy reading. Bye, everybody.